The girl at the glass door. The storm clouds over Manhattan split open the moment the little girl stepped into the marble lobby of Harrington Global. Rain dripped from her oversized yellow raincoat, her tiny hands trembling as she pressed them against the glass security gate. The guards stared, unsure of what to do. No one under 16 was ever permitted to approach the CEO's private floor, especially not alone. But she wasn't just any child. Not to him. Not today. And that's why, at 9:03 a.m., when CEO Jonathan Harrington glanced toward the elevator during his meeting with the board, he froze. A little girl, 8, maybe 9, was being escorted toward his office, her eyes carrying something he hadn't seen in years. Recognition. Fear. And a secret he wasn't ready to face. "Sir," the head of security said, clearing his throat, "she insists on seeing you. She says it's urgent." The girl clasped her hands tightly. "My name is Lily Cooper," she whispered. Her voice cracked, but she stood her ground. "My dad, he's sick, so I came instead." Silence. The room of executives blinked. Jonathan's heart stuttered. Cooper. That name. Before he could ask anything, Lily continued, her eyes shimmering with a strange mix of bravery and devastation. "He told me to give you this," she said, holding out a folded, rain-spotted letter. "And he said that when you read it, you'd understand everything." Jonathan felt the temperature of the room drop. The air thickened. His vision tunneled toward that single piece of paper. Because the last time he heard the name Cooper, it destroyed him. He swallowed hard, trying to mask the quake in his voice. "What's your father's full name?" Lily glanced down. "Daniel Cooper." Jonathan's chest tightened with brutal force. Daniel Cooper. His former best friend. His business partner. The man whose betrayal had nearly cost him his career, and his sanity. But then came the words that made Jonathan's world tilt off its axis. "He said you'd cry," Lily murmured quietly. "But that you'd take care of me anyway, just like you promised him years ago." Like he promised? Jonathan's blood ran cold. Before the story continues. Backhand index pointing right. If you're already hooked, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the Kindness Chronicles so you never miss stories like this. Now, back to the story. Jonathan dismissed the board and moved Lily gently into his private office. She perched on the edge of the leather couch, raincoat still dripping, clutching her backpack like it was her last lifeline. He knelt in front of her. "Where is your father?" Lily's lip trembled. "In the hospital. They said it might be his last week." Jonathan inhaled sharply. "Why did he send you here? Why not contact me himself?" "He tried," she whispered. "He said he wrote emails but never sent them, because he didn't know if you'd forgive him." Jonathan's throat burned. He hadn't seen Daniel in almost a decade, not since the scandal that shattered their company and friendship. He had spent years rebuilding everything Daniel's mistake nearly destroyed. He opened the letter. It was short. Too short. "John. If you're reading this, it means I'm out of time. Before I go, I need you to know the truth. The real truth. I never betrayed you. Someone else framed me. And I took the fall to protect the one person I couldn't bear to lose. Take care of Lily. I know you will. I always knew. Daniel." Jonathan staggered backward. What do you mean he never betrayed me?" Jonathan muttered, more to himself than to Lily. "I don't know," Lily said softly. "But he wanted you to find something. He said it would prove everything." "What something?" Lily pulled a tiny flash drive from her backpack. "This." Jonathan snatched it gently, his heart pounding. "Why bring it now? Why not sooner?" "Because," Lily sniffed, wiping her nose, "Dad didn't want me to ever meet you until he knew you'd forgive him. He said the truth would hurt you both, and he didn't want that. The door suddenly flew open. "Sir, we have a problem," said Carter Weston, Jonathan's longtime COO, and the man who replaced Daniel after the fiasco. "There's a reporter downstairs claiming a child has come to expose the company." His eyes fell on Lily. Then the flash drive. Then Jonathan. And for the first time in all the years Jonathan had known him, Carter's face drained of every color. "Where did you get that?" Carter demanded sharply. Jonathan narrowed his eyes. "You recognize it?" Carter didn't answer. Instead, he quietly reached behind him, to close the office door. Too quietly. Too calmly. Jonathan suddenly felt a wave of dread. A familiarity. A pattern he had missed long ago. "Wait," Jonathan said slowly, rising to his feet. "Carter, what do you know about Daniel's disappearance 10 years ago? And about the files that went missing the night before the board vote?" Carter's jaw clenched. "Don't do this," Carter whispered. "Not now." Lily's small voice cut the air like broken glass. "My dad said the person who ruined your friendship works right next to you." Jonathan stared at her. Then at Carter. And a horrifying thought snaked through him. No. Impossible. Not Carter. Not the man he trusted like a brother. But Carter's trembling fingers told a different story. Jonathan stepped forward. "Tell me what you did." Carter closed his eyes, exhaled shakily, then forced out the words. "I did what I had to do, John. To save this company. To save you." Jonathan's world cracked down the middle. "What did you do?" Carter swallowed hard. "Everything." The thunder outside roared as the truth approached, heavy, trembling, and lethal. And Lily, sitting quietly on the couch, clutched her backpack tighter. As if she already knew everything was about to shatter. The truth Daniel hid. The office felt like a sealed vault, every breath thick with unspoken history. Carter stood rigid, as though confessing would turn him to stone. Jonathan's mind raced, his pulse pounding like thunder. "You destroyed Daniel," Jonathan whispered. "Why?" Carter's voice was cold but fragile. "Because Daniel found something he shouldn't have. He found the board's secret slush fund, the one they used to manipulate stock prices. He wanted to expose them. But if he did, John, they would have taken you down with him. You were too close to the operation. They would have buried the entire company and pinned it on the both of you." Jonathan took a step back as his chest caved in. "I never knew." "You weren't supposed to know," Carter cut him off. "Daniel begged me to protect you. He gave me the evidence and told me to handle it. I did. But the board threatened to kill our careers. They told me the only way to shield you was to redirect the blame." "Onto Daniel?" Jonathan roared. Carter flinched. "He insisted," Carter said hoarsely. "He said you had a future. He said Lily deserved a father who wasn't behind bars. He was going to disappear anyway, to keep her safe from the board." Carter wiped his face. "He asked me to be the villain if that's what it took." Jonathan's stomach twisted violently. "He protected me?" Jonathan whispered. "More than you know," Carter said. "He refused to let the truth surface because he thought the fallout would crush you." Jonathan staggered, gripping the side of his desk. He had hated Daniel. Cursed him. Erased him from his life. And all along, Daniel was saving him. Lily watched quietly, tears forming in her soft brown eyes. "My dad said you were the best person he ever knew," she whispered. "He said he didn't want anything to ruin that." Jonathan dropped to his knees in front of her, guilt flooding through him like a broken dam. "Lily. I am so sorry. I should have searched for him. I should have listened. She shook her head gently.